Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to the videos of the paid request. This time for John, the Zero Cool, good friend of mine. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for Lady Battle Cop from 1990. Which, if you look at the cover, it's clearly ripping off RoboCop. Because what was happening in Japan at this time, there was a lot of these type of shows going on, whether it be Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, the superhero TV show stuff. So that, as well as movies, it's like, well, what else can we do? Oh, this film called RoboCop came out? And then, of course, 1990, RoboCop 2 is coming out. Hey, let's make this, but it's a lady. And you have someone who is killed, and so that person becomes half person, half machine, and just revenge on the people that killed him while being. It's called Lady Battle Cop, but she's not really a cop. That's the thing. She's never really a cop. I mean, that's kind of the weird thing. Like, there is a cop who kind of becomes her partner in a way, or ally, I should say, associate. Just like Lewis. Only Lewis was a lady and Robocop was a guy. Here she's a lady, and then the associate, the other cop, is a guy. Even if you want to be Dick Jones and you want to be Kurtwood Smith, but far from it. You have your team here called Team Phantom, working for the cartels. The cartels are pretty much the OCP of this world. Team Phantom is pretty much the Kurtwood Smith and his buddies just going in and destroying stuff. Here they go in, they destroy a bar. And our lead character is a tennis champion. Why? What does tennis have to do with anything? It doesn't. I'm thinking, okay, she's a tennis champion. What is there going to be a point where she uses her tennis skills? No. Granted, part of me thought that would have been funnier, but this is not meant to be a comedy. Although maybe it should have, it would have been better. Because I wasn't a fan of this film. I thought this film was really lame. And it doesn't have as much action as you think it would have. And because of her being this half person, half robot, you can't really. What do you think of Japan? You think of great action martial art fight scenes, and you take that away because of the premise. Now, granted, there are other the shows I mentioned, Super Sentai. They able to work in martial arts, and then you have the robot stuff as well. So you're able to have the best of both worlds. Or you look at like the Guyver, and better yet, Guyver 2 Dark Hero. And there's monsters and stuff, but you're able to have these fun fight scenes. I thought more Guyver 2 Dark Hero because I think that's the better movie. I think the first Guyver kind of sucks, honestly. Guyver 2, it's a lower budget, but it's much more fun, again, in my opinion. One quick thing about her being a tennis champion. There's a song that plays, and I had to look up some info as to what was going on in this song. So apparently, some of the lyrics to the song is, "Women are made for tennis." I'm like, really? They are? Women are made for tennis. If you say so. I mean, if they want to tennis my balls in their mouth. I'm not kidding. You thought I was going to say kid? No. Actually, no, that would probably hurt. Now that I think about it, play tennis with with them balls. That would hurt. So actually, I take that back. But she's a robot, female robot cop. So maybe it wouldn't hurt. Maybe she'd do it right. But while the Team Phantom are out doing their thing, just destroying random things, and I forgot what the hell their reason for it was. I know there was a reason, but I forgot it. there's this top secret project for this robot cop. And the tennis champion, her fiance, is the head scientist of this top secret project. So the cartels hear about this. They send Team Phantom to go and destroy. They kill a lot of the scientists. They throw a knife into the lady's back. Thankfully, a knife in the back makes her live long enough for all this other stuff to happen. Because you think a knife in the back, you don't die pretty quickly. Apparently, no. You don't die in, I don't know, felt like 20 minutes. But anyway, while the two are trying to escape, her and the fiance, Team Phantom got, the cartels have a secret weapon as well. This naked, well, when we first see him, he's naked. Thankfully, during the fight scenes, he's not naked. But it's this bodybuilder-looking Japanese guy who's named Amadeus. That one of the early... we first see him, his back towards the camera, naked, looking back to the camera going... And then there's another point, he's in like a tiny pyramid. Which... why is he in this tiny pyramid, and why is there a little tiny pyramid? And he's a psychic. See, he put this psychic energy that looks like blue gas. And so the psychic steroid man, when he gets to this part of the movie, blows up the floor, makes the lady and her fiance blow him back. I guess the Team Phantom think they're dead. They blow up the place, but our characters are alive. And then it cuts to 6 months later. We find out much later in the film what happened to those characters. But this is spoilers, so spoiling right now. I'll just jump to that ahead. She's dying. He's dying as well. She goes, please put me in your program. Granted, I'm thinking, well, maybe the guy wants to be in the program too, because he's dying too. So I like that she... I get it, you're dying, you want to live. But I just find it funny, it wasn't... oh, we're dying, no, I want you to live, no, I want you to live, no, I want you to live, no, I want you to live. It's like, yeah, we're both dying, but I want that suit. You put it on me. I'm like, okay, thanks for... thanks for being honest, at least. Because you don't give a shit if I live or die. But it's one of those things where, like RoboCop, it becomes part of him. Like he's assembled. Here, it's a suit she could take on and off. There's a bit where she's taking the suit off, and it's a shower scene. Now, sadly, the shower is like way, way far away. You don't see anything. And then you see up close like her back and some scars, but that's all you see. But I'm like, wait, so this is a suit she could take on and off? I can't remember if they said like she can only take it off for a certain amount of time, and then she needs to put it back on. Or does she need to put it back on? I can't remember, but she'll put it back on to get revenge for what happened to her fiance. And while Team Phantom are they're dealing with this cop, which one of them puts a gun in his mouth and talks like they laugh for like 5 minutes. Then Lady RoboCop comes in, and how convenient that the first people she comes across are the people that tried to kill her and killed her fiance. Did even RoboCop, like the first couple of missions he had was, random criminals that he shoots in the balls or in the convenience store, tosses out or whatever the hell. No, the first thing she does, maybe she did stuff before and we didn't see it, which that would have been nice to see. They did some more action in the film, some more action sequences in the film. Would have been nice to see that. But I mean, the first that we see of her in this garb is against the people that, how convenient, are the same people that screwed her over. Now, I guess one thing I'll credit it is, unlike RoboCop, they had the idea that you see her lips, but then this visor thing comes down to cover her mouth. Because then you'd be thinking, well, why don't you shoot at the mouth? Which I know someone mentions that in, was it RoboCop 2 or 3? Someone mentioned that. I can't remember. Might have been RoboCop 2 beginning. But anyway, they did at least have the idea, no, let's close up the mouth. But then she, like, doesn't shoot. Like, she's walking, she doesn't shoot, she takes forever, she lets them go. You think she recognized them. And then, like, after they run away, then she starts following and shoots one guy who's got a grenade, and he blows himself up. And Psychic Steroid Man comes back to push her with his psychic beams into a car, and some beams are thrown at her way. She shoots, the guy deflects it, blows up a tower falls on him, and we don't see him till much later. And like I said, she's not really a cop. That's the thing. She's not really a cop. She doesn't work for the police force. She doesn't work. She never goes to the police station. She never sees the police chief. So how is she a cop? It's called Lady Battle Cop. She's not trying to arrest anybody. She's not part of law enforcement. She was a tennis player. So how the hell is she a cop? She's not a cop. So she's never a cop. She never tries to arrest him as a cop. It's because it's based on RoboCop, and RoboCop's called RoboCop. That's why. Now, this is the first time we see her as this thing. The second time, she's getting beaten up, caught, hung upside down, and shot up. That would be like if RoboCop 1 was the scene where he... And to be fair, one of the early scenes was one of the criminals who was with them. But it wasn't the first. But it was early on. But it wasn't the first. But okay, let's say it's the one guy, you're dead, we killed you, at the gas station, at the pumps. Does it blows up, he's walking away. Then the next time you see RoboCop is when he's getting shot up. He's a cop, for Christ's sake. He's getting shot up, and he's crawling away. You'd be like, okay. Almost made you feel like this cop's a pussy. This cop's a wimp. We really didn't get a whole sense of what she can do, and she's already getting caught, hung upside down, and shot up. But yeah, so this is spoilers. So, and two of the people she takes care of, one with this laser that hits the guy's head, but it's not really the best effect. Do you see, like, the laser couldn't quite go through him? And then, like, cut away to have a effect there. Then the one girl tries to stab her, but then she stabs the girl back. Don't see any blood or anything. Then she goes after, I guess you would say, the Kurtworth Smith of this. The leader of Team Phantom. And this is funny, like, it's trying to do the RoboCop, like, target search. It's funny for two reasons. Number one, the guy grabs a hostage. These two random people are between them and pick up a tire. Like, they see this guy has a gun, has a kid as a hostage. There's a lady RoboCop with a gun, and these two people, I guess, are really, determined on their job as tire people. They lift a tire. The reason they lift a tire, she could pull the gun and try to aim through the hole in the tire. And I'm like, the two don't drop the tire, get the hell out of Dodge. You think there'd be some other way? They have, like, a bunch of those pipes. And, like, she tries to see through and then lock on target. And the bullet goes through the pipe. Or any number of things you could have done. No, let's have these two random people lift a tire, and then who are oblivious to everything apparently. Also, I guess this was lost in translation. They have the target search lettering in English, but this is how they spell it: TagetSeach. I swear to God, that's how they spell it. TagetSeach. So it's Tagetseach. I'm like reading them going, it's not a subtitle. It's like on the her like her POV of the targeting in the corner here. Tagetseach. I don't know what the fuck a Tagetseach is. I know what a target search is. And I'd rather say, okay, it's Japanese. I wouldn't know how to write Japanese. I wouldn't know how to speak any type of Japanese. I could barely speak English. But at the same time, if you're making a film, you want to double and triple check your work. Otherwise, just don't put it in English. Why is it in English at all? That's another thing. Why is it even in English if that's the case? Well, for other markets. Well, then make sure those are spelled correctly. And take 5 minutes. How do you spell target? Oh, another R. How do you spell search? Like they forgot the R's. Like whoever did this, they forgot the R's. They thought there's no R. No R is allowed in this movie. We're banning the R's. Not target search, target siege. So she's able to wound the guy, walks up to the guy, grenade to the guy, saves the girl, guy blows up. Now it seems like everything's hunky-dory. She's with the male cop. But nope, you have that sighted guy. And actually, no, there's other thugs there. Because they try to replicate the bit in RoboCop where he goes in and he's shooting everybody. This is before he gets Kurtwood Smith and arrests him. This is right after Kurtwood Smith, they're doing the cocaine deal. Guns, guns, guns! So it's that scene. And they try to replicate it badly. Because it comes off just much more slower. And it's not, the music and the direction is definitely no Basil Polidorus and definitely no Paul Verhoeven. So she shoots a couple people. There's the cop. The psychic steroid guy comes in, kicking her ass. She has this earring thing that could be like a wire to grab the guy. She throws something that impales a bit of the guy. She has this rocket, shoots it, seems like it blows him up. Then there's a bit where she goes into wannabe OCP, shoots some, there's an explosion, he shoots, I guess, this is like maybe the wannabe Dick Jones she shoots, she shoots the wannabe Dick Jones. Oh, that's another thing. Remember RoboCop? What was noticeable that he would do because it was a kid. It was a show his kid liked, and that's what Lewis sees, and makes a connection. Well, instead of that, she has a thumbs up. Because when she played tennis, she would do a thumbs up. Thumbs up, saves the cop. But not for too long, because the psychic guy comes back, kills the cop. One thing leads to another, shoots the psychic guy, blows up, in this weird way where it like cuts to like a silhouette of him, and you tell like his body blows apart, but it's animation. Like they use animation to do it. I'm like, okay, that's different. And then she walks away. I guess she's going to the head bad guy, but he got killed or something. And he's just dead in the boardroom. And then Tetz goes, "The battle is not finished." I'm like, yes, it is, because there ain't no sequels. Yeah. If you watch a trailer for this, any crazy moments you've seen in the trailer, again, action wise, other than the few little bits she fights this bodybuilding psychic guy, a couple moments she just goes and shoots. There's some ridiculous moments that did make me chuckle. There's really nothing to the characters or the story. It just come off as just a half-ass version of RoboCop, and you sit there going, "Why don't I just I'll just watch not only that, but RoboCop 2, which I think is underrated. It has its flaws, but it's an underrated film. I'd rather watch this than RoboCop the remake. Yeah, I would rather watch this RoboCop 3, because those are more insulting, but I don't think this is good at all. Like I said, you don't really get much of the characters. Action-wise, when you think Hong Kong or Japanese, well, I say those are different things. Where was this made? Lady Battle Cop. I don't know if I can find any info on this. Japanese film released in 1990. I don't even know if I can find any info on this. The battle continues, but it didn't. Some of the movie's background music is recycled from Kamen Rider Black and Black RX. Take the word for it. It gets a 5.5 IMDb. I think that's a bit too high. Bit too high. Yeah, it's just a very lackluster knockoff of RoboCop. That's the best way I'll put it. I guess if you need to see a RoboCop knockoff, I'm looking at this action violence live action original video series To V Cinema. The movie stage is Neo Tokyo, the capital of Japan, in the near future. On March 14th, 2013, this work was delivered in live broadcast format as one of the movies of Humanity vs. Computer special that's broadcast. So I guess it's been shown on TV a few times. Again, if you need to see a World Cup knockoff, I mean, you don't need to see this. I'm sure there's others you can watch. That's just me, though. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.